It's something we're raised with.
Embarrassment, shame, insecurity, nervous feelings, kind of hiding. I think you're not good enough.
It's school, it's 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and then it's just a total almost destruction of my self-esteem and of my confidence.
No, I think really when someone just goes out of their way to try to make you feel less than, minimize you.
When you say bullying, I not only think of my father, and I not only think of the stress that was put on him to be the most proudest man. You wouldn't think that a 50-year-old man would face bullying, but I'm certain that he did. Even though I was 14 when I saw it, I just saw it in his eyes, and although I didn't realize at the time what he was going through, his eyes showed that he was suffering from being bullied.
It brings up a lot of emotions that word.
Second, third grade?
Say I was probably around 12.
Yeah, I think I was pretty young when I started to see it. I don't know that I had language for it at that time, but I think I was aware that things were happening that were not so nice to people and witnessing them.
But I never got it nearly as bad as my older brother. Oh man, that poor guy. Because he had fair skin and reddish blonde hair, and he was maybe a little effeminate. And he's later in life discovered that he's gay. But when there's a circle of kids riding around you, yelling at you and telling you you're a faggot, you don't even know what that is yet. It has nothing to do with whether you're gay or not. It's just like, and he would just stand there and take it. Oh my God. And honestly, full disclosure, I was sometimes one of the kids bullying my brother. I'm not proud of it. This is hard. Like I said, it's very personal stuff.
Yeah, I think at that time in my life, when I was being teased and bullied, I wasn't an advocate and I didn't feel like I had a voice. And even though like home around my family and my close friends, I was very vocal and upbeat and fun. It was like I'd go to a different place, like when I walked those hallways or a classroom.
I always told myself that, you know what, I'm not better than the person, but I'm going to be the bigger person. And I'm going to do what I think is right.
Well, the only thing I did about it was talk about it to my mom. And I'm a mom now, and at the end of the day, I don't know how much they can do it.
I mean, for myself, in the instances, I think I probably retreated more inward when they happened. I don't know that I, back then, had the wherewithal to turn to someone and say, this is happening and I need help. But I think for the instances that I witnessed, I think probably very much shaped me to who I am today, and the work I do today, I think is like a direct correlation to some of the things that I saw.
I remember she actually saw one of the girls, the main girl. She saw her in the street one day, and she called out on her from the car saying, "You leave my daughter alone," and all that stuff, which I can totally understand because she must have felt so helpless, but that backfired on me like a bullet.
There's a specific moment that I can recall where I jumped to someone's aid in between a physical altercation that was happening that was direct bullying. And when I think about why I'm a licensed social worker today, it's everything probably connected to that moment of feeling like, sometimes people need an advocate and someone to step in because they just can't do it for themselves. And I happen to somehow be, someone that could.
I actually have apologized on numerous occasions to my brother, and will never feel like it's enough.
Actually, there was one girl. It was only one time. Like, I wasn't a bully kid. I was like a nice, social, sweet girl.
Do I feel I am owed any apologies? I people are just being who they are, and I figure, not to ascribe to any specific religion or spirituality, but I think people tend to get what's coming to them, and the people that treated me that way and treated my brother that way, they go out and off into their lives and they treat others that way, and they will get their comeuppance for just being in the world that way. I hope.
I do remember her name was Dolores, and something happened, something embarrassing like for her, and I kind of egged it on. I remember it stayed with me a really long time, so I think like the bullying, it's not just the person that's being bullied, the one that is bullying, like if you're a halfway decent person or you have some kind of conscience, like we left camp, I never saw her again, but then I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Getting all like choked up, I feel worse about that than the ones that bullied me, because if I ever hurt someone, that sticks with me.
I think I probably made peace with most of the instances as just part of my evolution as I grew older. I can think of, one person in particular that I thought to just ignore for lack, but ironically later, a few years later in life, we ended up having some similar life circumstances, and so we actually see each other socially now. We've never actually talked about the fact that, hey, you were a real jackass. I think I know enough now to know that it was more about them than it was about me.
It's an interesting question. I think that I don't want an apology from someone. To say that it didn't hurt me would be a lie. It definitely did hurt me, and I definitely take certain moments, certain actions that people put upon me, and I carry them with me. But I think an apology wouldn't be necessary, because I think that it made me the person that I am today.
That's a good question. I don't know that I haven't asked myself that. Probably. I have maybe 2 girls that I would actually be curious to know why they were the bullies. And that's part of my work today, is I want to understand, we talk so much about people being bullied, and there's such a great momentum right now of we're going to help you, we're going to do this, and we can talk to your school and counseling, but we don't seem to be talking about the bullies and why they do that, because they also need help. They do it for a reason, because maybe that's how they're being treated at home, they are misunderstood, or something deep is lacking for them.